Hey everyone, welcome back to this series on affiliate marketing using ClickBank on blogger.com. Today, I'm going to take your blog to the next level by showing you how to create eye-catching and engaging images for your blog posts using Canva and ChatGPT. As you know, visual content is an essential part of any successful blog, and with Canva, it's never been easier to create professional-looking images even if you don't have any design experience. And with ChatGPT, I'll show you how to come up with creative and catchy captions that will make your images even more effective. So get ready to learn how to attract more readers and customers with stunning visuals. I'll use ChatGPT to generate captions that will grab your readers' attention and keep them engaged. And then I'll show you how to use Canva to design your blog images. So if you're ready to create amazing images for your blog and take your affiliate marketing to the next level, then this video is for you. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel for more informative and helpful videos like this. Also, let me know in the comment section below if you have any question or suggestion on how I can improve this series on affiliate marketing using ClickBank and blogger.com. I would love to hear from you. Alright, the first step would be to visit canva.com and register yourself. If you do not have an account with Canva already, you can come to canva.com and then click on this option called sign up. You can also use the link provided in the description. If you join with that link, I'll get some little benefits from Canva. So that will be very nice of you if you use that link. Okay, so most of you already know what Canva is. Canva is an online tool for designing different graphic images, which you can use for your social media, your blogs, or even for your YouTube. Or there are different options wherever you use your graphics, you can use Canva. Okay, so Canva is an awesome tool which I'm using for a long time now, and I've always used the Canva free version. However, for some of my clients who have the Canva Pro, I've used that as well. In Canva Pro, there are some additional features or elements that you can use, but in Canva Free, those elements are not there. And for most of your work, you will not need the Canva Pro version. Okay, so once you register with Canva, you will end up in the Canva editing box. So you can see this is my Canva. Once I've logged in, I see something like this. Here on the left hand side, there are some options or tools that are available, and in the middle you'll see the editing options. Okay, and before getting into the editing options, you will also see some recent designs. I have done some designing, so those are there in this. And if you have not done any design earlier, you will find this place as blank. Okay, and then you can see here there are some options given on Canva, like some templates you can say, which you can use straight right away once you have logged in. Some of the options include documents, whiteboards, presentation, social media, graphics. Then if you can use Canva for your videos, you can do that as well. Then if you want to make some printing products, you can do that as well. There are some other options also. Okay, on here, if you scroll down on the right, you can see more options like this, right? Instagram stories, resume. You can add a lot of things, or you can use a lot of templates that are already present on Canva. Now, there are two options to start a design. You can directly search on this search bar over here what you want to design. Like if I want to say blog image, okay, then they will show some templates like this. You can see blog banner, blogging, blog cover image, blogging website, blog graphic. Okay, so there are different options you can choose directly from here, or you can click on the button on the top here, create a design, and then again you can search for the same thing here as well. If you do not want to use their existing templates, you can create your own custom size like here, or you can edit a photo that you can import from your file. Okay, and then you can edit that as well. There are lots of things that you can do with Canva, but for this video I'm going to show you how to create a blog image for the blog that we have created in the previous videos. Now the default blog image that Canva has, or you could say blog graphic, okay, if you hover your mouse you can see it is 800 by 1200 pixels, which means it's a long Pinterest pin type dimension that they have given for the blog graphic. However, for this blog I do not want that. I want a square graphic for my blog. So I can search for a square like this. Okay, it will probably give me some options like 24.8 inches. Okay, this is in inches, not in pixels. This again in okay, square video, business card, square card 15 to 50 and billboard. Okay, you can, again as I said, you can put a custom size here, or you can choose any of this. All of these are square images. Now for this particular video I'm going to use a billboard size which is 1080 by 1080 pixels, and I'll show you how to create a custom size using this option over here. So let's click here, and then it will ask me to enter the width and the height of the image. So I'll put 1080 as width and 1080 as height. Okay, and from here I can choose the unit, whether it's pixel, inches, millimeters or centimeters. For now I'm going to select pixel, the default option that we have. Okay, and then I'll click on create new design. When you create new design, Canva will open one more tab where you find the Canva editor. This is where you will do the designing part. Okay, the designing is done on the Canva editor, which is opening in front of you right now. Alright, so you can see Canva is doing some promotions over here where they want to help the people from Turkey and Syria who are actually going through this earthquake. I'm very sorry to hear about it. It's a very bad situation over there. So if you want to buy anything from Canva right now, those will go directly to those crisis relief. But then this is very seasonal. It's right now, it's there. Probably when you open Canva you may not see this option. So just remove it for now, and this is how you will see your Canva editor. Okay, all right. Now on the very left side you can see there are some options like design, elements, upload, text, projects, photos. This may vary a little bit based on when you have joined Canva. Some of these I've added so that I can see them here. You may not see a few things over here, like the background may not be there or projects may not be there. It will be a little different, but then most of the things that you want you can add from this apps option here as well. Okay, so let me see the templates that Canva gives us by default, which you can use for your blog or for your blog image. Okay, so if you scroll here you'll find a lot of templates that Canva has already given or suggested you, which you can use directly. You can just click on it and it will come on this editor here, right? So let's check a few of those templates that they've given. Some of those templates I've also used in different graphics that I've created earlier. But for this particular video, I'm not going to use these templates. I'm going to start something from scratch. Okay. All right. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to have a design idea or a structure in my mind, how I'm going to have my blog image. This is very important. You should also probably make this. And the best way of making this design structure is to actually get a pen and paper and draw it on your own on your paper, right? Probably initially that will be a good idea to start, but since I've spent a lot of time on Canva, I know what are the things that I'm going to use. I already have a mapping in my mind, so I'll directly start the designing. Okay, all right. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to divide this this area into two equal parts. On the left hand side I'll have my text. On the right hand side I'm going to put a picture. So to do that I'll use frames. Okay, there's something called frames on Canva which allows you to design two parts or different parts of this canvas. Okay, and so that you can design them separately. So I'm going to go to elements. In the elements you'll find a lot of different things like lines and shapes, then some graphics, then stickers, then photos. You can directly take photos from here, then videos you can use. Okay, and then charts, tables, and if you scroll down you'll find things like grids and frames. So I can use a grid. I can click on this grid and it will come here, and you can see there are two separate grids or two separate frames which I can design separately on Canva. This is what I'm going to use. You can use frames also if you want to, but then for this purpose I'm going to use a grid which is dividing the canvas into two equal parts. Okay, once this is done, I want a picture on the right hand side and I want my text on the left hand side. So let's scroll up a little bit and go to the option where I saw photos. Okay, then these are the recent photos that I've seen. I'll click on see all to see all the photos that Canva has. Now Canva in the background has a contract with Unsplash, okay, and probably some other image providers where they're providing some free images as well as some paid images. Okay, now how to know which image is paid and which image is available for free? If you scroll down, you'll see a lot of options here which will tell you clearly. But first of all, let's search for the type of image that I want. So I want a healthy kind of image because that will go with my blog post. Now let's say health and let's see what we get. Now when you search health, you'll find a lot of images. Now you see there's something written here on the right bottom of the image which says Pro. So wherever you see the this crown and written Pro, that image you cannot use in your free version. Okay, if you get Canva Pro, only then you can use these images. So I'll search for a free image for now. I'm going to use this one. This one looks good. So click on this image and see it has come to the canvas. Now I'll drag it and let it fit on the right grid. Okay, now this is only a part of the image. Probably you do not want to see only this much. You want to move the image a little bit so that it goes to a separate part of the image. So just double click on it. So now the entire image is selected. Now you can drag it. Okay, whichever part you want to showcase, it will be visible here. Okay, so I'll keep it something like this. You can also make the image a little bigger. Okay, so that is also possible. So I'm going to keep it like this and then drag so that it becomes colorful. I get the red and the green and the white as well. So I'll leave it at that. So you can see on the right I have an image. Now I'm good to go. On the left hand side I need some text. Now this is when I'm going to go to ChatGPT and get my text from there. On this image that I have designed so far, I'm going to have a title of this particular image, which is actually the title of my blog post. Then I'm also going to add a little subtitle. Okay, and then I'll add a small description of what is there inside the blog article. Along with that, I'm also going to add my branding, but that's for the later stage. Now first thing is that I'm going to color this. Okay, this is the default that I see. So I'm going to go back to the elements. I'll click on this button here, this arrow. Now you can see there are options, lines and shapes. I'm going to use a shape here, and I can actually pull the shape and put it here, or I can just select this grid, and on the top I can select a color. Now there are a lot of colors given here, like default colors, and one good thing about Canva is that it also gives you some suggestions based on the photo that you have used. That's why I always put the photo first, and based on the photo it suggests some of the colors. Now you can choose one of these colors so that it mixes well with the photo on the right hand side. So I'm going to use a little darker color like this one. So probably my image will look something like this. Okay, and if you want to change the color again, you can click here and then you can choose a different color, whichever you want you can choose. Or if you do not like these colors, you can choose one of these colors from here as well. If you need more colors, you can click on this button, add a new color, and from there you can choose any color that you want of your choice. Okay, and if you want to select a color, you can click on this pick a color option and then hover your mouse on the color that you want to put there, like this one. Okay, so I think now it's looking a little better. I'll use this color for my image design. The next step, as I said, is to go to ChatGPT and get my title, subtitle and description. Now here I am on ChatGPT again. You can see this is something I've shown in the previous video as well. Okay, one more thing, if you guys have not seen the previous videos in the series, please go and check those videos, because this series is going to be on affiliate marketing using blogger.com, and if you have seen the previous videos, it will help you in your journey as an affiliate marketer as well. Okay, so don't miss the previous videos, and then you can come back to this video and you can continue watching the subsequent videos in this series as well. Alright, so this particular blog post is about healthy food habits or healthy vegetables. Okay, this is my keyword, or you can say this is the core topic on which I've written the blog post. Okay, so I would want the title and the subtitle and the description to be on this particular keyword. So I'll come to ChatGPT here and I'll write, give me a catchy and interesting title for a blog post on healthy vegetables. Okay, this is what I've written, and let's see what ChatGPT gives me. So it is given vegging out the top 10 healthy vegetables you need in your diet. It's a very nice title. Okay, I'm liking this title. However, I want to see a couple of more versions so that I can choose from one. So let's say, give me 5 more versions of this title. Okay, when you are prompting to ChatGPT, try to keep it as as specific as possible so that it understands exactly what you are looking for. Okay, so I'm going to write, give me 5 more versions of this title. Let's see what ChatGPT gives me. Okay, from A to zucchini. Okay, the ultimate guide to nutritious veggies. Color your plate, how eating a rainbow of vegetables boost your health, the power of plants, 10 supercharged veggies for a healthy you, get your greens on, why leafy vegetables should be a staple in your diet, vegetable kingdom, exploring the health benefits of nature's bounty. These are all beautiful. Understand this, normally probably by the time you come to Canva, you would already have your blog written. Okay, so you can take the title of the blog directly from there. I've shown you in the previous video how to get these titles using ChatGPT. It's the same process. But then if you are starting from the image, you can do it like this. You can first come to ChatGPT, get the title, and then use this title to develop your blog article as well. Okay, all right. So in this, I think this one is a good one. That's what also matches with the image that I have selected earlier. So I will probably consider this as the title of my blog post. So I'll just copy this from here. Then I've come to Canva and I'm going to add this as a title. To add this on this canvas, I'm going to text on the left hand side. From here, you can choose a text that you want to. Now there are already some text, some combinations given. Okay, you can use this. The ones on which they have mentioned pro, I've already told you, you cannot use them in the free version. Others are very much available. Okay, you can choose anyone. These are some kind of text templates that Canva has given you if you want to use them. Okay, you can scroll down and see all those available, but I'm not going to use any of those. I'm going to create it for myself. So I'll click on this option called add a heading, and then I'm going to paste the text that I've copied from ChatGPT. So I pasted it here. It's a little bigger in size. I can make it smaller like this. Okay. So this can be the title of my blog post. However, I can see that it's a little longer or bigger, in size. So it is not looking very good. So I'll just remove this part. I'll keep this as a subtitle, and I'll work on color your plate, this option, as my main heading. Okay, so let me make it a little larger, and then I can use this handle to put it on the top like this. Canva also gives you some kind of guidelines which will allow you to see the different aspects of your design. Okay, these are very helpful. Okay, we'll talk about them in a short time. Right now it's showing me a square area where, you know, if the edges are getting cut out, even then it will be visible. But my design does not have an option of cutting out, so I'll just use this. I'll probably put the title here. Okay, so you can use this handle to move it around, or you can just use your arrows on your keyboard to do the slight changes in the positioning. Okay, so color your plate is the heading of my image. Then I'm going to click on any of these. These are actually different sizes that they've given. You can use this, add a subheading, and then I'm going to paste the rest of the title that I copied earlier. So I'll just Control V. Okay, I'm sure you know how to use Control A, Control C, Control V. You can probably right click and paste like this. Okay, anyways, so I've just used the keyboard to paste the content, and then I can move it around. I can put it somewhere in the middle like this. So now I have the title, I have the subtitle. Now I need a little bit of description. Now the subtitle is also very large in size. I'm going to reduce the size. I don't want 2 lines. I want 2 lines only. So I'll just reduce it. Okay. Don't worry about the size, since the size of the original image is quite big. Once I put it on my blog, it will look very nice. So you can change these things. This is my subtitle. Okay, if you want, you can actually make it 3 lines, like this much, and then fold it on the corner and make it a little bigger as well. I think this is fine. Okay, that's fine. But then these are matching. I'll show you some more techniques on how you can edit this text to make them look better. Okay, all right. The next thing I want is a small description. So I'm going to again go to ChatGPT and get a small description for this blog post. So here I'm on ChatGPT. I'll write a small description for the title. Then I have to give the title that I've selected. So I'll again copy this from here and then paste it here. Okay, now small description, I want it to be in 1 line. Okay, in 1 line. I want it to be really small. I don't have that much of space. So write a small description. Before description, I'll write catchy, which means it will help the reader to understand what it is there in the blog, and it will attract the reader as well. So that's why I've used the word catchy. You can use this kind of adjectives to tell ChatGPT what exactly you are looking for. Okay, very important. All right, let's see what it gives me. Okay, it says add some color to your plate and boost your health with the nutritional benefits of a rainbow of vegetables. All right, so let's copy this and then we'll go back to Canva, and here I can actually directly paste it here. If I just paste, you see the text has come, or you can again add one of these headings, subheadings, or a little bit of body text, and then you can paste it there as well. So there are different ways of doing it. All right, so I'll come here and try to adjust it like this. Okay, so I've got my title, I've got my subtitle, I also got my description. But you know, looking at it right now, I cannot tell which is title, which is subtitle, right? The fonts are very similar to each other, so they're not creating that impact that I'm looking for on my blog image. Okay, the last thing that I need here is another text where I'll write my blog name. So I'll just click on this, add a subheading. I'll bring it here down, and here I'll write the name of my blog, which is naturally healthy and fit. Okay, this you have seen in the previous videos. I have created this blog, right? All right, now I'll drag it a little bit and put it at the end. I'll show you ways how you can arrange this text in a much better way. All right, now I need to differentiate this text a little bit, and the first thing in differentiation is to choose a correct font. Now let's choose the title, and then on the top you can see here is an option to choose a different font. Okay, now there are multiple fonts provided by Canva. Some of them are paid, like you can see that Pro, Crown. Okay, this you have to pay for. So there are a lot of free fonts available on Canva. You can use those. You do not need those paid fonts also. But again, if you want to use those, you can obviously go for Canva Pro. All right, for this particular design, I'm going to use Oswald as the title font, and you can see it has changed here. Okay, also not only this, I'm going to put the entire title in caps. So I'm going to click on this more option, and from here I'm going to choose this which tells uppercase. So click on this and you can see it has become uppercase. Now there is a clear differentiation between this one and this text, right? Okay, so that is one. That is the first thing that I'm doing. Second thing, I'm going to choose a little, a little less heavy font for this subtitle. Okay, so I'm going to come here. Again, I'm going to search for different fonts. Now, one way of doing it is to just scroll and search for a font that you like and probably use that font. Okay, there are different fonts here, as I said. The other way is to click here and write the category of font that you want. Okay, there are some categories already given here, like handwriting, corporate. Then if you scroll, you'll see display, headings, paragraph, sans serif. Okay, a lot of other options. So something like this modern one, which is very thin, I can see. I can click there and all the modern fonts, okay, will be listed here. So you can choose one of this. I'm looking for some font which is thin. Okay, so I can also do, I'll cancel this, I can just write thin here, and then I'll get all the fonts which are thin like this. Okay, so let's choose one for the subtitle, like this one. This looks very, very nice. So the subtitle has a different font now. Okay, you can see now it's looking very, very beautiful. For the description, again, I'm going to choose a thin font, and here I'm going to choose something like, I can choose the same font for this. I would suggest that you do not use more than 2 or 3 fonts at max for your image. That is a standard that is followed over all the digital marketing images that we create using Canva. So that's the guideline, you can say 3 fonts are maximum. But for now, I do not want to use that Oswald font for this part also. It will not look good. So I'm going to use the third font, which is also a thin font, but then it's not carved or italics like that. Not an italicized font. I'm going to use a standard font, which probably is this. Also, you can see I'm using a condensed font, okay, so that I can have the entire text written in a smaller area. Okay, so let's use this. You can see it has been shifted to a smaller area. Okay, now I have good amount of space, which is called white space in the designing world, and it is now looking much better. So I need to tell that this is a description. It has to be a little different. So I'll probably make it little more longer. Okay, this is fine. This is fine, and then I'm going to make it a little bigger. Okay, I'll place it here. And the last one, since we have 4 fonts now, I do not want to have 4 fonts. So I'm going to change the font for the name of the blog, and I'm going to use the same font that I've used earlier, which is Oswald. One other good thing is that the fonts that I have used recently, they will be listed here on the top. Okay, so I can come here and choose Oswald. Okay, so I think my text, my title, subtitle and description, everything is now ready. I think this is looking okay. And then this is my final image. But then a couple of more things. I want to differentiate this a little more. So I'll select this text, the description, and then I'm going to change the color of the text a little bit. And I'm going to use a softer, lighter color. Okay, like for this one. Okay, so that it remains a little different from the rest of the text. Or you can also select something different, like yellow, like this, and you can probably change the same for the title. Now this is the final version of my blog image. Please let me know in your comments how you have liked this particular image that I created. All right, now you can also add a few more things in this image. If you find that this place is a little more, you don't want this place to be there, you can add some more elements. You can come here. I'm going to add my blog logo in this, and in this particular video I'm also going to show you how I've created the logo. It's the same process. Okay, so let's see how to do that. Now in my blog logo there are two leaves. Okay, and that leaf also I've taken from this Canva elements. I've searched leaf over here, and then you can see a lot of different kinds of leaves. Okay, there's some graphics. The graphics and the photos, the difference is that you can change the colors of the graphics, but you cannot change the colors of the photos. Okay, that's one major difference. So I'm going to choose this particular leaf. Okay, there are many more. If you click on this see all, you'll find all those. For this particular video I'm going to use this particular leaf. This is the one that I've used for my logo as well, and I'm going to make it a little smaller in size. Now I want to work on this area, and I want to have a more closer look to this area. So I'm going to zoom in using this slider here below. Okay, so that I can concentrate only on this part of the design. Okay, so this is my one leaf, and I have two leaves in my logo. So I'm going to duplicate this particular leaf, and I click on this option here, which is duplicate, or you can choose to press Ctrl D on your keyboard. If you press Ctrl D, it will also duplicate the same image like this. Now I want this image to be flipped, so I'll go on top, click on this flip option, and click on flip horizontal. Now you can see I've got two leaves. Okay, now I want this leaf, the one on the left, a little smaller, so I'll just drag it down like this. Okay, now this is my logo. Now then you can see there is a mismatch of the leaf here, so I'm going to adjust it a little bit. So I'm going to click on this, then drag it, keep it nearby, and then using the arrow keys on my keyboard I'm going to move it around. Now you can see my final logo is ready. Okay, now again let's zoom out a little bit, so that I can see the entire canvas. And this is how my final image is looking. Now one more thing I'm going to do is to change the colors of this particular leaf. I'm going to click here, go to colors, and change to a color which is similar or matching with my photo. I can choose this, and here I can choose something else like this. But for now this color is looking a little out of place, so I'm going to choose a different color, which is probably this one. Okay, now it's not looking that bad. I can also choose the same color that I've used for the title font, which is this color. Now everything is matching. What do you say? Right? All right. The last thing that I want to show you in this particular video is to how to align the text or different elements in your design. Okay, for that let's first remove this one. I can also do a grouping. I can do right click and click group, so that now when I move or I resize this thing, it resizes together. Okay, both of them resize together. Okay, so I can do that. And if there is something wrong that you have done, you can just do Ctrl Z like any other Windows application, and it will do an undo for you. So let me put it here for the time being, and let me align the text. There are 4 texts that I have. I can select all of them using a drag with my mouse. Okay, now all these are selected, you can see. Now I want them to align with each other, so I'll go to this 3-dot menu. From there I'll click on position, and here I have options to align them on the top, left, center, right, wherever I want. For now I want them to be on the same line, so I'm going to select middle. Okay, and also there are options if you want to space them vertically or horizontally. Okay, you can do that as well. If I click on tidy up, let's see what happens. It has become like this. I don't want that. I'll press Ctrl Z. Okay, it has come like this. Again, I'll press Ctrl Z. I'm not looking for that kind of positioning. So I'll go to position again, and this time I'll do center. Let's see how it looks. Now all the text are center aligned. You see, now they're looking much better. Now you can also group them. Okay, and now in your group, when you move them, all of them will move together. I want it to be exactly at the center of the image, so that's why I've grouped it. Now you can see the line, that guideline I was talking about. It is showing you that this particular group of text is exactly in the middle of the image. This is what I wanted. Okay, now I'm done. I'll bring back my logo in the middle like this, and when you move your logo, it will show you another guideline which will tell it is exactly in the middle. Okay, this group is in the middle of that group, so this is a good place for it to be, right? I can probably make it a little down like this. All right, now what you're looking at is the final image that I created using Canva, and this is the image that I'm going to publish on my blog post. Now to publish this image on my blog post, I have to download this image first and get it on my computer, right? So I'll do that. Now I want to do one more thing, just occurred to me. You can see this name here, Naturally Healthy and Fit. Since I've used a very thick, heavy font, the readability of this name is not that much good. Okay, so to make it a little better, I'll select only that. You can choose to ungroup it again if you want to. I'll just select that, and then I'll go to this option which talks about spacing. Now you can increase or reduce the spacing between letters and in between consecutive lines as well. So click on this. You can see there are two options. One is letter spacing, other is line spacing. Line spacing by default on Canva is 1.4 times, but letter spacing is 0. I can increase this little bit, probably to 50. Okay, you can use the slider or you can just type 50 over here directly, whichever is fine. You can click outside, and now you can see that the letters are spaced a little away from each other and they're looking little better. The readability has increased a little bit. Okay, so this is my final image. Now I'll show you how to download this image on your computer and use it on your blog. So to download, you have to click on this share option on the top and scroll down. You'll find this option called download. Okay, now here there are different options, different file types that you can choose. PNG is the suggested one, JPG, PDF, PDF print. You cannot have a SVG image in your free version, but you can also export this image as a video. If you are creating video or GIF, you can do that as well. Now I'm not going to use this particular image for my social media. I'm going to use it for my blog, and I want very lightweight images to be there on my blog. So I'm going to select JPG. JPG gives you a good quality of image, but then the size of the image is much lesser than the PNG, which is suitable for my blog post. So I will choose JPG, and then I'll click on download. Once you click on download, the image is going to be saved in your chosen folder on your computer, from where you can upload it into your blog post. So let's click on download, and then you can see it's downloading, and then it will give you an option where to save it. Now this is the place where I'm going to save this particular image. You can put the name of the image as the name of the title of your blog post. That will help in your search engine optimization. Okay, and you can directly click on save. Okay, now the image will be saved in your local drive. Now that's all I have in this particular video, but before ending this video, let me give you a recap of what we have done in this video today. Initially, we have drawn a structure of our image. Then we have found the title, the subtitle, the description, from ChatGPT, and then we have added some branding like the name of the blog and the logo of the blog. Once the design was complete, I've downloaded it and saved it in my local drive. Okay, so I hope you liked this video. That's all I have in this. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comment section below. If there is something that I've missed, I know this video is long enough, but then I've tried to explain all the options that you would need to create your blog image. So I'm sure this will be worth watching it completely. Now, just to remind you, this video is part of the series where I tell you how to do affiliate marketing using ClickBank on blogger.com. The entire playlist is available in the description. Please watch each of these videos if you want to be an affiliate marketer using freeblogger.com. Again, if you like this video, please subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to like and share this video with your friends and family. And at the end, if you are registering on Canva, please use the link in the description so that will take you directly to Canva and you can register very easily. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. This is Stan signing off from the Indian Freelancer YouTube channel. Bye bye.